Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm actually gonna vlog the practice rehearsals for MASHRAMANI. I'm taking part in a parade. So this was practice, and this was me later on in the night going home after practice. Okay guys, so it is the night before MASHRAMANI, and right now I just feel tired, swollen. I have to do a lot of practice dancing today and stuff. So she gotta wake up around 4:30 a.m. or 4 o'clock and get ready to leave at 5 to meet there at 6. So hopefully get record. Yeah, see the dance move and thing. Guys, so we are wearing red and gold, and I'm just gonna lose up my hair because you still have to wear a headpiece. And so when I wake up tomorrow, I just gotta put on my clothes. I'm gonna bathe now. Now it's like 11 o'clock. Yeah, 11 o'clock. Because I ain't gonna bathe early morning. Sorry to say. But, yeah. I have to record as much as I can, but they don't want us actually carrying our phones or any bags or anything. You just gotta have your costume on and hold the flag in your hand. And that's it. So I will try to record as much as I can. But right now, let me go bed and go to bed quick because I still gotta wake up early and I'm not an early morning person. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so it is the next morning. I did get up around 4:30, and honestly I was like, you know what, is this even worth it? Like, should I just go back and sleep? But I was like, you know what, I'm just do it and be done. So right now I'm just moisturizing my hair, combing it out, getting some curls in. Okay, so it is currently raining. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's currently raining. So I'm about to walk out to get transportation, and I think I have someone coming for me. So let me just do that really quickly, and then I'll update you guys later. Oh, I need to get to show y'all the makeup. Yes, guys. So this is how the makeup turned out, and that's how I was actually going on the road because I feel I gotta go put on costume and stuff. Okay, guys. So currently waiting for transportation. I think I see a bus coming. You see how dark the place is? Plus rain falling, the place cool. Look how I there. Okay, so eventually when I got there was a few people there, but we weren't even doing anything. So why wake up early for? Anyways, they were still getting the flow together, and I actually went and got my. I was the first person to go and put on costume. So I was still waiting a couple hours before we actually started doing stuff. Okay, so here we got the rest of the costumes, like the other pieces from the costume, and we finally went on the road. We was trying to figure out, who has to stand where, and stuff like that. And we were off, mashing down the road, dancing up, and right here I was in pain. I feel like my period come, monthly girl stuff, and I couldn't dance or walk or do too much anymore. Like, I was just standing there, and I was like, but anyways, we were there for a little while, and then had to stand on the sides for a bit, let the other floats pass because we were number 8, so the ones in front had to move forward. And guys, let me tell you, there was a madman that was like looking at me and trying to talk to me like the whole time I was just standing there. He was like, "Oh, I watch you all. Tell me you just stand up there. Why you dancing?" I was like, "Oh, dancing." And he can't, and he tried to talk to me, and I'm like, "Alright, alright, alright. I don't need anything. You can, continue doing what you do, and I do what I do it." He was trying to offer me like Advil and pain tablets and stuff like that, which was really kind of him. But I'm not gonna take pills from a stranger. Like seriously, no. Anyways, after I saw a couple people that I knew on the road. They came, they take pictures and stuff. And my sister was actually recording here. If y'all guys, that's me right there. I can highlight it. Anyways, we were now lining up to join back the parade. And guys, let me tell you, my period got so bad I started vomiting on the road, like throwing up about 3-4 times, and I went into like the emergency van thing. But eventually I did go back on the road after I strengthened up and stuff. And as you guys can see how blurry that last clip was, it was raining. It was like soaking wet and still had to parade on the road and stuff. But anyways, at this point, we were back at the Ministry of Public Service, changing off and getting something to eat. Okay guys, so I basically just wanted to give you guys a summary of everything that happened on that day. This is the next day, but I'm just gonna give you a summary of everything that happened that day, because to be very honest, it was horrible. A horrible day for me, sorry to say. And I got scammed. If y'all didn't know, now you know. The Ministry of Public Service scammed me. Okay, so I just regretted the whole day. Anyways, so basically they told us we had to reach there for 6 o'clock. Okay, so I made sure I got up early. I did what I had to do, get ready, put on the makeup, everything as you saw. Then when I got there now, we wasn't doing anything. 7 o'clock reach. Imagine I reached there for 6. I reached 6:30. I didn't want to be like fully on time, because I know a lot of people wouldn't even be there for 6. Got there around 6:30. 7 o'clock reach. We ain't really doing nothing. We eat breakfast and that's it. 8 o'clock reach. We ain't really doing nothing. Around like 9 o'clock time, that's when everybody start getting the costume. Around that time, I already had my costume. I was the first person to go get costume. But around 9 o'clock time, everybody else started getting the costume and doing makeup and whatever else. I was just there waiting for us to like hit the road. So that everyone done, put on the costume, everybody done ready. Now we're on the road trying to figure out who gotta stand where and how the line is really working, and the choreography, how we're gonna go about it like on the road itself. And while we're like figuring that out, rain started falling. So I was like, okay, whatever, right? It didn't really bother me. It was like a little drizzle, nothing too much. So now, blam blam, we're out there, we're dancing, walking. We start walking, on but I can't remember the street name, but anyways, we're walking and we're heading towards Georgetown direction. Okay, the best way I could put it, we're on Lamaha, right? If you know, if you're from Guyana and stuff. We were walking from Lamaha and we were heading to town, basically going at the back, going down to town. And I felt like my period came and I started feeling the cramps. So I was like, oh, it's not gonna work out. So I was like, trying to push forward, just suck it in, tug it out. But it was really beating me up. So by the time we reach in town, I was just standing there. I was not dancing or moving around anymore. So I was just standing there, and trying to tug it out, just push through, just not be a softie, a wuss, not be a wuss, just right? As being a good sport. Anyways, then we continue walking. We had to wait for the parades to pass, and then when we got into our line, we continued walking, and when we were about to turn by the library, the girl started feeling sick. I didn't vomit up that much, but I did vomit and stuff. And I had to take off majority of the costume. I had on like these big feather things. I took that off. I took off my headpiece and the neck piece just to get some circulation going, just to breathe properly and stuff. And then it put me in this like this white van that kind of for like emergency stuff, if people faint or any little thing that happens. At least they have that there. It's also it's the same van with like waters and fruits and snacks or whatever. So I was in there now for almost 30 minutes. Okay, so at that point my cramps really started kicking in, and it was really it was horrible. So they was trying to find like pain tablets for me, and that wasn't even working on spot. I had to wait a good amount of time before that kicked in. Anyways, so after I did build back the strength and got a little brave and say, I could do it. Put on back my my costume, suit up again, gone back on the road. By the time I got back on the road now, we're on Mandela Avenue, now going to the national park. So at that time I was okay, I was dancing up, walking, singing, doing the choreography. Every time you reach what's it called, a judging point, there's 3 judging points that you get scores for before you reach the national park for the actual competition. So in all it's kind of like 4 judging points, but like 3 on the road itself. So for the first 2 I wasn't there because I was in the van, stuff throwing up and so on and so on. But for the 3rd one I said, you know what, I gotta make this 3rd one before we reach the national park. And then I came out, rain started falling like hard, like really hard, and you couldn't go and shelter or nothing. You have to stand there and take it and just get soaked, and breeze blowing and you're feeling cold, and you soak and you just, oh my god. But anyways, it wasn't that bad from then. We were just dancing, enjoying it. So at that time I was really feeling it because I wasn't in pain anymore. So was doing our thing, whatever. And then by the time we reached the national park, now everywhere was hurting. My feet were killing me, like it was burning, like I had an intense leg day. So I was like, you know what, it's just this one more dance and then that's it, then we're done. Okay, so good. See, here I go. Remember the choreography. I was actually proud of myself because I didn't think I would make it through the whole dance, right? I thought I would at least forget the choreography, but I worked well under pressure. So for that final dance I did everything correctly, so I was like feeling kind of proud. I was like, okay, cool. Then now we went back on the truck to go back to the Ministry of Public Service, building. Everybody was changing off, and at that point the paint tablet started wearing off. So now the cramps coming back and it's starting to hurt, so I couldn't really change off and do everything I had to do, in a timely manner. Right? I was like moving around slow, and I didn't even get to eat. I was like, you know what, I don't feel like eating, my stomach hurting, I'm just gonna sit here until it eases up, and then I'm gonna go change and do everything. Anyways, you're gonna change off and everything, and then they call you in for collect your pay, right? So this was another thing that upset me. There was different points of the day that actually made my day horrible, right? So first you have to wake up early in the morning. It was raining, it was cold, and I'm not a morning person, right? So that's the first thing. Then now you reach early. Nobody really doing nothing. You just reach early and you just sit down waiting. That's the second thing. Third thing, rain falling the whole day, right? But earlier in the day it wasn't that bad, so it didn't really bother me then. Then the next thing, my period came, so I was in pain. Then the next thing, I started vomiting up and so on. So that part was horrible. Then that's when the rain came down really hard. I get soaked up and feeling cold. Then you reach national park, all over your skin, all over your body hurting, and you're like, oh my god. Then when you reach back and we finish everything, when there's to pay us, they told us one price I was given, which was like, I'll give you an example. They said they gave you 20,000. I'm just giving an example. They said, oh, they said they're gonna pay you 20,000, and they end up paying you 5,000. Now how you gonna feel? The whole day you gonna just regret the whole day, because all of that you went through today or yesterday was not worth it. I would just stay home and sleep or whatever I do, I just regretted that whole day. So when I went to collect, I couldn't even argue back because I was in pain. I was like, oh, when I collect my pay, I was like, okay, so where's the rest? When am I getting the rest? But I didn't say that. I was thinking it, right? I couldn't really argue on my part because I was in pain. I wasn't really in the right headspace. Anyways, I just collected. I go sit down. I try to calm my body down before start back vomiting and everything. I'm just trying to pace myself. Keep everything under control. Then now, trouble to get transportation to go home because at this point it's 9 p.m. and everybody get the ride. Like everybody that has cars already carrying certain people home and those kind of things. Everybody tired. Nobody never drive to drop everybody else home and everything. So everybody don't have the people that they carried home. And taxi was not available. Taxi was, I don't know what went on with taxi service that time, but there was no taxi available, and bus was hardly passing. So I didn't even know how I was going home. And I actually went with one of my mom friends, so she was trying to figure out a way to go home as well. So we was kind of together on that boat, you know. And eventually we didn't get to no taxi. So and the rain started coming down really hard that night. So now we all go and catch bus. Our battery low. Anyways, I'm gonna hurry up, right? This is the last, you know, the last of the story. So we now going to catch bus, and she used to ask me, "Oh, you got anything to put on your head? Cause you know rain falling hard." I was like, "Yeah, I get me umbrella, whatever." And mind you, I had my umbrella sitting right next to me, right? But because I was in pain, I was like closing my eye. I was trying to breathe. I was trying to calm myself down. So I didn't really focus in too much on looking at the umbrella, making sure it was there all the time. So I said, "Yeah, I get me umbrella." When I turned to go pick up the umbrella, guess what? Umbrella gone. So now I get a Movex. All these different things happening to me today, and I just regretted it whole day. I'm like, bro. Now when I'm ready to go, and the rain falling hard, and I don't remember. Imagine I got soaked, right? I come back, I change into nice fresh clothes. You know, I was dry. I was okay. Now I gotta go back in the rain, get soaked again. Imagine I just dry off, just get soaked again. So I had a sports bra under my like t-shirt. I ended up taking off my t-shirt, putting it on my head because I didn't want to get sick. And I was walking in town looking crazy. At that point I didn't even care. I was just vexed at the whole day. Eventually I reached home, you know, everything was alright, blah blah blah. So anyway, that's how my MASH day went. So never again, you know. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna wrap up this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me rant about my horrible day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Probably a birthday vlog because my birthday is March the 1st. So hopefully I vlog on that day. But yeah.